Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Sunday, September 3rd. Outside of some isolated activity this morning, the main focus for today will center around a strong cold front working through the afternoon and evening hours, bringing widespread showers and thunderstorms with a widespread severe weather risk as well, and I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Keep what to focus on today. A strong cold front will pass through later today into tonight. We're going to see scattered to widespread showers and thunderstorms later today with a widespread severe weather risk. Some of those stronger cells, the supercell thunderstorms, will be capable of producing gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour, large hail, and very heavy rain. A flood watch is in effect for all of southeast Idaho through late tonight to help capture, again, that locally heavy rain, leading to some isolated to scattered flash flooding potential. Afternoon highs for Labor Day as a result of the system moving in overhead will drop back into the 50s and 60s, so noticeably cooler for your Labor Day, with an extended warmer and drier trend beginning just after the holiday weekend. Look at satellite for you this morning. So overall, mostly clear skies out there outside of some isolated activity pushing across the upper valleys this morning. But overall, that's going to be a big player in this afternoon's convection. So with those clear skies out there, it's going to help to generate that instability, get those storms fired up. And you can see that main line there currently sitting out into western Nevada, into Oregon as well. It's that more cloud cover over there. So that'll probably help at least try to cap a little bit of the instability out in that direction. But we're seeing a really good chance, especially into our area, when it comes to shear, cape, lapse rates, and as well as those clear skies this morning. You can see that very well as well on water vapor satellite this morning. So seeing that dry slot filling in between those two areas of moisture, and that's going to be continuing to work in as that low pressure system does, tapping into monsoon moisture as it works east. Weather scoutling for your next 5 days. Main concerns today will just center around, again, that widespread showers and thunderstorms threat this afternoon, with severe thunderstorms possible just about everywhere. Showers and thunderstorms will continue throughout the day on Monday, with an emphasis on thunderstorms during the afternoon hours, with breezy winds picking up in the Magic Valley and South Hills behind the front. Conditions turns predominantly dry and trend warmer as we head into midweek, with just a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms in the mountains each day, generally peaking at about that 15 to 20% chance. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We do have a flood watch in effect for the entirety of our forecast area. So again, we're keeping an eye on those rainfall rates. Could be pushing about 1 to inch and a half an hour rainfall rates with some of these stronger cells. So we'll keep an eye on that localized flash flooding potential in addition to the severe weather potential later this afternoon. Temperatures today starting off the day on the warmer side of things, 40s, 50s, and 60s across the board, with afternoon highs trying to warm up before the cold front, 60s and 70s. The severe weather outlook for today is one of the more impressive ones we've seen this year. We got a marginal for the entirety of our forecast area outside of portions of Custer County, but overall, the severe weather threat will exist for large portions of southern Idaho. So again, we're keeping an eye on this. Winds 40 to 60 miles an hour, hail pushing an inch to an inch and a half in diameter, as well as a non-zero tornado risk with some of these storms. Given the impressive shear amounts, especially in the lower levels of the atmosphere, we'll be keeping an eye on some brief spin-ups, not looking at anything super substantial at this time, but certainly something to keep an eye on if you're outdoors today. Keeping an eye on the radar and staying tuned for the latest alerts. The HRF probability of thunder today highlights an 80 to 100% chance of thunderstorms across the entire area. Again, whether you can see that 90 to 100 in that bright red is where we're going to be expecting the stronger to severe thunderstorms. That includes all of the 84, 86, and 15 corridors as you go into so many of our population centers. So certainly going to be keeping an eye on the radar this afternoon, as well as staying tuned for any alerts. The excessive rainfall outlook does highlight our entire area, again, in a slight risk. That's at least a 15% chance of some excessive rainfall leading to rapid onset of some flash flooding concerns. And again, with the rainfall rates pushing an inch to an inch and a half an hour, any type of slow-moving, training thunderstorm over your area could produce locally heavy rain and lead to some local, more than nuisance flooding in parts of our area. I'm taking a look at timing. So again, outside of isolated activity this morning, we'll start to see it pick up between about 10 and noon. Those thunderstorms will begin to fire off, generally in the Magic Valley and Central Mountains, and as they continue to work north and east, they'll be entering a very favorable storm environment. We'll have plenty of available potential energy for them, lots of shear to work with as this frontal boundary works through. So the thunderstorms will have no issue beginning to rapidly development. You'll see towering cumulus developing, and as they continue to work northeast, we're going to kind of see that main line develop between Stanley, Burley, and then some discrete supercells out ahead of it. But as it continues to work northeast throughout the day, going to see that again, looking at near a band of rain and thunderstorms working up through the Snake Plain for this afternoon, and some of those could be packing quite the decent winds, hail, and rain threat. And even behind that band, stuff is going to continue to fire off and develop through the afternoon and evening hours, with scattered to widespread, strong to severe thunderstorms possible through at least sunset. As we're heading into the sunset hours, we're going to start to decouple, lose that instability in the atmosphere, at least to sustain those super strong thunderstorms that are more potentially severe. But as we head into the overnight hours, still keeping showers and thunderstorms thunderstorms around, trending to more showers as we head into early Monday. Those are going to continue to work overhead, so this low directly overhead will bring cyclonic flow. What that means is counterclockwise flow around the low, so leading to some upslope enhancement, especially across portions of the central mountains up into southwest Montana. And as it does, we're going to start to see a little bit of a dry slot form there from the I-15, 86, and 84 corridors. But as that continues to work south and east, counterclockwise again throughout the day on Monday, that's going to continue to bring some showers and embedded thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon, to large portions of the state. So by 10 a.m. Monday, looks like everybody should be getting into some showers, some moderate embedded bands of rain in there. But heading into the afternoon hours, some breezier winds start to develop and help to clear us out just a little bit to the west. With that, increased instability will lead to some isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms again, shown there in those brighter colors and heavier precipitation intensities here on the HRRR model. And those will continue to work south and east through Monday evening, with overall lesser of a severe weather threat, but certainly staying alert for weather throughout the day on Labor Day. Heading into the evening hours on Monday, just going to see some isolated to scattered activity pushing further east as drier conditions begin to prevail heading into Tuesday. Winds today are going to be fairly light out of the southwest. You're going to see sustained winds outside of thunderstorms, sustained between about 10 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts pushing about 20 to 30 miles an hour, particularly across the South Snake Plain, south to the Utah border. Temperatures for your Labor Day are going to be on the cool side in the morning, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and we're not going to see much difference in the afternoon. 50s and 60s will be the go-in trend for your afternoon highs on Labor Day, given widespread cloud cover and scattered rain showers and thunderstorms in the area. The severe weather outlook for Monday is highlighting, again, sub-severe thunderstorms expected across large portions of eastern Idaho. That'll continue throughout the day into Monday. Again, best emphasis kind of early in the morning on Monday, as well as later in the afternoon, hoping to get that best instability to form those thunderstorms. The excessive rainfall outlook for Monday does shift east as well. Again, we're keeping an eye on those best threat for thunderstorms further east, with locally heavy rain continuing into Monday, with that slight risk just being confined around the greater Yellowstone region. Winds on Monday are going to start fairly breezy, and we're going to see those gusts out of the northwest peaking in the afternoon. So sustained winds pushing 20 to 25 miles an hour in the Magic Valley, south towards Oakley and the South Hills, with wind gusts pushing about 25 to 40 miles an hour. Here's a look at those rainfall totals. So across the board, generally about 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a half for just about everybody. Again, locally higher and lower, depending on where we can get those stronger thunderstorms to develop, but certainly going to be keeping an eye, potentially in the mountains, for those higher totals pushing about that 1.5 to 2 inches. But again, down in the valleys as well, those slower training thunderstorms could very well easily exceed these forecast numbers. As far as the snowfall potential, as these colder temperatures begin to work in, the overnight lows, particularly up in the mountains of central Idaho, above 10,500 to 11,000 feet, will support some isolated chances for some accumulating snowfall, particularly up in the Lost River Range, Pioneers up into the White Clouds, so generally above that 11,000 foot mark through Labor Day. Temperatures for Tuesday are going to be another cool morning in the 30s and 40s across the board, with afternoon highs slightly warmer in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Temperatures on Wednesday, not seeing a whole lot of change there. Still 30s, 40s, and 50s in the morning, with afternoon highs at least starting to climb up there, 60s, 70s, and some more low 80s coverage as you head further west. Temperatures on Thursday, just going to keep in those 30s, 40s, and 50s in the morning, with afternoon highs in the 60s, 70s, to low 80s. And a look at what's to come. So as we head into our first full week of September, again, conditions are going to trend predominantly dry midweek. And you're taking a look at those 6 to 10 day precipitation outlooks. Things look to trend at least leaning below for precipitation normal as we head into that September 8th through 12th period. And taking a look at temperatures, going to be leaning above in that category. So leaning to likely above for large portions of the state, all of the state, in fact. 8 to 14, keep with that, at least leaning below normal precipitation chances heading into the 8 to 14, September's 10th through 16th, and as well as temperatures above normal favored, leaning likely above across portions of northern Idaho. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have a great day and stay safe out there.